Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, the 4th of July, here at MadWorldTarot. And if you haven't seen my previous reading, then a very happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day to you in the United States. To those of you who are in the Caribbean and have been going through it, I hope you're all okay, thinking about you. And to those of you in the UK who are going through it too today with your election, I'm thinking of you too. And we need to think about Prince Harry as well, because Tom Quinn has come up with a gem of an article, and this is about Harry, and his life isn't so glamorous after all, and he has things he regrets. And I've looked at the things he regrets in the previous reading, and that would be making his drug use public. But now we hear about Harry's tragic life in Montecito, his lonely life. And to read on it, I have still the Mind's Eye Tarot on the tarot table. Just by the way, the lonely life, it goes that however big your garden is, and Harry and Meghan's is enormous in Montecito, there's only so much you can do when you have no practical skills and you have always paid people to cook, clean and garden for you. Harry has never done any of these practical things. So after he's taken the dog for a walk in the morning, he finds the days long and lonely. Note that there's no mention of childcare in there, and there's only one dog. I thought there were at least two. Meghan, meanwhile, does her best to support Harry. Of course she does. But she is in her natural environment, whatever that is, and he is in a strange, unfamiliar world which grows increasingly unfriendly. Doesn't that sound like preliminary sort of notice of separation? And off you go, bye-bye, back to the UK, back to Rain Spencer's lovely house in Mayfair, or that lovely mansion in the Cotswolds that allegedly you are looking at. We are going to read on this. We're going to do a Celtic cross. Look at Harry's life now, because I'm seeing Tower cards, I'm seeing stress, I'm seeing lots of worry and nightmares and anxiety in the readings that I'm doing. I'm seeing a kind of a waking up. Finally, I want to know what his life is really like. I want to know who's behind this Tom Quinn story and why we are getting this story now. I want to know what's been going on. I want to know what is going to happen next. Is there going to be a separation? Is there going to be a moving back to the UK? I want to know how Meghan really feels. She, who is so supportive, there are the lovers. And what is really going to happen to Prince Harry, because this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. I don't know if we're going to catch sight of them 4th of July outing. We saw them last year and their children, allegedly. So maybe we'll see the happy family. There's the Six of Cups. Catch a glimpse of them. Maybe we won't. I think we're done. Let's remind you that it is tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all my opinion. It is all speculation. I just read energy. And then, of course, there is a disclaimer in the box below. Please read it and form your own opinions about Prince Harry and how he spends his day, his sad and lonely days in Montecito. Wow, he was living his best life not so long ago, surfing. He learned how to ride a bicycle. Finally, the royal family wouldn't let him. He was flying helicopters when he first arrived, playing polo with nature. Temperance card again. Same card came out in the previous reading as the underlying energy. That is a I'm getting the vibe from this card that it's suing for peace, and it wouldn't be peace in Montecito, it would be peace in the UK. Forgive me, help. That's that kind of energy coming off here. It's about harmony, it's about peacemaking, balance, moderation. I'm not that evil person that you thought I was. I'm no devil, I'm the angel. I'm so lovely, I'm so sweet. please take me back. That's the underlying energy as far as I can tell as an energy reader, my opinion. Situation, Harry's day-to-day life. Tell us about it. 6 of Pentacles. That's not bad. I mean, that's doing charitable works. It's the card of charity. It's the card of giving, of being generous, of sharing. Walking the dog wouldn't really fit in there. It's more perhaps the notion that he's doing good deeds. Perhaps that's his view of it, is that he's busy with all this charitable stuff that he allegedly spends 1 hour a week on. He does do Zoom calls and cry about mummy and all that. We've seen that, and he is collecting that award. He's not turned it down. And so there is the 6 of Pentacles. It's about doing charity, doing good deeds, humanitarian stuff, and being rewarded for it, because it's quid pro quo, the 6 of Pentacles. So it's not all going one way. There is some coming back. It's reciprocal, the 6 of Pentacles. So his day-to-day life is about being humanitarian, charitable, all of that kind of stuff. What's the problem? And the problem is the moon, and then the moon is in reverse. You could say loneliness with that moon card, because it's mental, I'm going to say illness. I'm not diagnosing, but that's the energy that's coming through for me, in my opinion. Moon card in reverse can indicate some sort of mental illness, depression, misery, life is gloomy, feeling down, everything's in a fog, a cloud, you can't see clearly, you don't know what to do, you don't trust anybody. The days are long and lonely. He is in a strange, unfamiliar world, which grows increasingly unfriendly. Of course, they've lost all their friends and their surrogate father that he had, that music guy, the moon in reverse, all of that. Strange, unfamiliar world, which grows increasingly unfriendly. There it is. Root of this, who is behind this little gem from Tom Quinn? The 7 of Cups. Somebody, it's always like she's got her pots and pans out and she's busy with that cooking show in the rented house in Montecito, the one that stinks of pot, apparently, allegedly. A 7 of Cups, a fantasist. Somebody who's still manifesting, who still thinks that there are possibilities, that if, as an article has come out and said, if only Beatrice and Eugenie and the King would support American Riviera Orchard, then it would be a rip-roaring success. That's somebody, 7 of Cups. What's the purpose of this? I would say almost hit piece, but that's my opinion. The purpose of this piece by Tom Quinn, what is the piece? 8 of Cups in reverse. It's proving something to us about misery. 8 of Cups upright, great unhappiness, somebody leaving a situation, somebody going away, putting their pain behind them. It's telling us that somebody is really stuck in woe, in a situation that's enormously painful, wretched. It's almost as if this message is going across to the UK to say, do something about this, because this person is so miserable, so unhappy, so forlorn, so lost. You need to save them. Buy them that house in the Cotswolds, and buy the other house in Mayfair, and then, oh, we'll all be so happy. Bit of snark. What's been going on? Past energy, Knight of Swords. This is all the attacks, and it's in particular the attacks around the Pat Tillman Award, the service award, that has caused such controversy among the military in particular. It's exposed all kinds of interesting things as well. For instance, that the Pat Tillman Foundation might not be so ethically run after all, shall we just say. There's been some interesting discoveries about all of that. But yeah, there's been animosity, antagonism towards the has-been with that Knight of Swords. Very surprising, very sudden, unexpected. Didn't foresee it. Very harsh. And it's of course mounting up because there's been the court case and the evidence that was disappeared, the various drafts of spare and all of that stuff. It's been harsh. He's been on the receiving end of quite a vicious a few weeks, really, there has been with that Knight of Swords. What's coming? Separation, sudden happiness, success, leaving. What is going to come next? Near term. Oh, Ten of Cups in reverse. It's going to actually overwhelm him. Ten of Cups upright, happy ever after, perfect life, perfect family, and emotional security. In reverse, emotional collapse is possible with that Ten of Cups. And I'm not taking this lightly. And I'm not relishing the prospect. I just have to deal with a little dog who is needing to go outside, a 16-year-old dog with no bladder control. Right, I am back, and 2 more days of dealing with a little dog. Ten of Cups in reverse. Very, very sad. The failure of the hopes, the promises of the family life that would rival William and Catherine's family life, the collapse of that. As I say, it could also be quite a serious emotional collapse. So it looks as if it's all over. Tens are endings. It looks as if it's all over for Harry and Meghan. That is my opinion, and of course we've been there before, so I have to say this, even though the energy is screaming at me at the moment that it is over, it is really over. Who knows what kind of compact that they might come to reach at some stage, and then on we go with the whole drama. It's possible, been there before. So let's see Meghan. Meghan's true feelings. We've been told how supportive she is, but what are her true feelings? 6 of Wands in reverse, defeated. She's given up. It's not how she expected her life to go. She expected her life to be wonderful, victorious, lots to celebrate, lots of public adulation and acclaim, and everything that they touched would turn to gold. It's been quite the reverse. It's been a disaster. It's been an unmitigated failure, and a very public failure as well. And she, of course, has her own reputation to salvage with her cooking show and her wine. But there it is. It's a failure. That's how she sees it. She sees him, I would say, as a failure. I don't think she sees herself as a failure. I think she sees him as a failure, and that is why we are being told that he has no practical skills. He doesn't know how to cook and clean and garden. She obviously does, and we're going to see that in her new show for Netflix. And he's used to paying people to do all these things for him, minions. All he is capable of doing is taking the dog for a walk. 6 of Wands in reverse, diminishing him. I've forgotten what the term is in narcissistic sort of parlance, but it is that phase where they start to undermine and ridicule and diminish prior to dumping. There's a fancy name for it. It's that. Pressure Harry is under. We're mix and match in this reading. 7 of Wands, he's having to defend himself. He's done all kinds of wrong things. Not least of which is his public admission of drug taking, but much worse than that when it comes to really damaging his family relationship, and his family's reputation, and his country's reputation as well. 7 of Wands, he has to protect himself, he has to defend himself, he somehow has to scramble to save what's left of his reputation and his masculinity and his sense of self. And it's all in tatters. So that's the pressure that he's under. His hopes and fears, there has been, and we have the Page of Wands in reverse. He's very very concerned about how bad this is going to look when it comes out, when the truth comes out, and it will eventually. Page of Wands is news, PR, upright good news, positive PR in the reverse, negative PR, bad news. And he doesn't want us to know about this. And that's why I say we might get some kind of weird stories about them, about how brilliant everything is suddenly, to shore up this Seven of Wands character who can't deal with the negativity, can't deal with the criticism and the failure that Ten of Cups represents, the failure of a marriage, the failure of something that he promised us was the most magnificent love affair ever, genuine. It wasn't like William and Catherine. William had settled for someone who was suitable in the role of dull consort. And now, of course, disaster. And she has certainly been participant in a terrible PR disaster as far as Harry and Meghan are concerned, as a brand, as a couple, in my opinion. Outcome for the has-been. What is going to happen? We've got the Five of Pentacles, exile, disaster, ruin, illness as well, possible in there. There's no way back. And he might finally have realized that. Even if he gets both houses, like the Georgian mansion. And you can tell I'm a little bit bitter about that Georgian mansion in the Cotswolds, the way I keep going on about it. I would like a Georgian mansion in the Cotswolds. Thank you very much. Pa. And a house in Mayfair too would be lovely. Five of Pentacles, exile. No welcome home. Might be, you know, the house. But the doors aren't going to be flung wide open and come back and we're going to slaughter the fatted calf and we're so glad to see you and all is forgiven. None of that. It's too late for that. Ten of Cups in reverse. Five of Pentacles. Awful energy as future energy and completion energy. Conclusion of this chapter in his life. So however much he's suing for peace here with this temperance thing, or he wants it, or he realizes, the Five of Pentacles tells me he's going to be ruined financially, possibly, by whatever is going on. That might include a divorce settlement. Just speculating, you know, I don't wish for people to divorce, but this relationship and this lifestyle looks incredibly toxic and unhappy when you get cards like the Moon in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Five of Pentacles, and your wife's view of you is the Six of Wands in reverse. Loser is the energy there. Loser. And on that note, the coughing has started again, and so we need to attend to that. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a fabulous rest of the day wherever you are and whatever is going on in your world, and I will see you again tomorrow.